One, two, three.
Hello there.
Okay, hello. So how's
Good to
the
hear
audio?
you.
Everything okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
And for
so
you?
uh, once again,
Is it okay for you as well?
yeah, okay. With audio,
Yeah.
with the video, everything's fine. So let's
All right.
begin. So you've had a very long collaboration with IFM Records. Why did you decide to change things up after 13 years?
Well, as you mentioned, we've been there for a long time, and nothing wrong about that. But it started to happen things with the label, which was out of our control, and it kind of just became a natural point to move on, so to speak. It's not that we've had a great collaboration during all these years, so we have nothing bad to say about it. It was just a natural step to take because of circumstances that was out of our hands.
And the last release from IFM Records was the live album, The Tales of Nosferatu. What are your memories from the Masters of Rock Festival 2023?
It was a great night for sure. We played very late at night. I know the headline band at that that day was the band Europe. Um, and as you might know, they're also from Sweden, and like a legendary band um, from Sweden, of course. And I know when we were behind backstage and preparing for the show, we could also see them doing all their classic hits and the final countdown and everything. So it was kind of surreal, and it put kind of a bit of pressure, to know, okay, when they're done, then it's we're next. So we felt kind of a little bit of pressure, and it was late at night, like I said, and we thought, well, hopefully there are some people left, not tired enough to miss this, and luckily there was a lot of people enjoying the show, and we had a fantastic night.
And why did you choose Napalm Records after leaving IFM?
We've been in touch briefly with Napalm before, and I mean, it's a great label. It's a major label with a lot of experience and a lot of hardworking people, and uh, we had a few options, so to speak. We're talking with some other labels as well, but uh, in the end, it was too good to say no, and we've had a really wonderful experience with them as well. So they're hardworking people. They're very humble, and they're very, yeah. It's a very nice collaboration.
And what goals do you hope to achieve under this label?
To reach more people, hopefully, and get our music out to a bigger audience. So that is basically what we're hoping for, of course. And they have a little bit more, maybe if you could call it resources or what you want to call it, to when it comes to making videos and when it comes to taking photos and everything like that. So, and with that being said, if you look at the videos and the photos and the album cover, for example, it, it feels like, okay, we're stepping up maybe a notch or two, and that feels very good too.
And the Bloodbound Founds receive new releases very regularly because there was never a particularly long break between the albums. And since the Tales of the North was released in 2023, when did you start working on Field of Swords?
Well, it didn't take long until we kind of start looking at new material, and some of the songs on this latest album were actually in progress when the previous album was released. So um, you could say that this album has been going on for a few years already, even before the release of the previous album. But I would say maybe like a year ago, we kind of put in the next gear and decided, okay, what songs should be on the album, what should it be about, what about the lyrics, the theme, and everything. So yeah, like a year ago, then we started to kind of organize things.
And this is the album when you fully immerse yourself in history. Where did the idea come from to like abandon the fantasy and mythology and focus on, for example, like the defense of Jerusalem?
Well, we had a few other ideas that could have made the album. I mean, like the theme of the album and the lyrics and everything. But it kind of felt naturally because the previous album was about the Viking era, and when that era ended, this one took its place. So in time, it felt naturally to just proceed um, with that. And also, our lead guitar player Thomas, he is writing all the lyrics, and he was talking about his interest in basically the history of iron and how it came to be and how it changed, history and what opportunities it brought for humankind, basically with making tools and weapons and swords, for example. So that is kind of the main idea that then became what it is.
And I mentioned the defense of Jerusalem, but what other topics do you cover on that new album?
Uh, well, it is major historical events, I would say, that took part during the Middle Ages, and it could be about the Crusades or even big battles or yeah, kind of stuff like that.
And how was this album even recorded? Because I saw that like each instrument was recorded by a different person. So how did you manage to merge these things up?
Well, it's kind of the way we do it nowadays, and it's been done like that for a couple of years now. Because it it it's mainly because we live pretty far from each other, some of us at least. So it's hard for us to get together and record at the same place at the same time. So that is the main reason why we choose to do it like this. And some of the other guys have the opportunity to do it at home in their house. So it's a comfort, you might call it. But I mean, it's something we've done for a few years now, so we know the drill now, and it's been working out pretty nice and easily in the past. So it's yeah, it's the way we want to do it, and I think it's the way we're gonna do it in the future as well.
And Thomas said he was greatly inspired by the movie Kingdom of Heaven, especially the director's cut version. Have you seen the movie? What do you think of it?
It's the one with Orlando Bloom, right?
Yeah.
As the main. Yeah. Oh, this is many years ago. I've seen it once. And when was it released? I mean, like 2010, maybe. I don't know,
Yeah, it was
something
like
like that.
after the Gladiator, like years after Gladiator. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So maybe even more. The only thing I remember is that I remember thinking, okay, this could have been good, but I couldn't take Orlando Bloom trying to shoulder the main character because I don't. I thought at the time that he's not ready for this. It's going too fast. He's trying to do too big of a part now. So it kind of left me like, it could have been good, but yeah, you know.
I had the same impression. The movie was cool, but I didn't. Orlando Bloom didn't fit for me in this movie.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree.
And do you watch like some other movies based on Middle Ages, or write some or read some books to like get in the mood of this album?
Um, Me personally, maybe I used to be drawn to this kind of cinematic stuff or books and stuff like that. But um, I can't say that I'm looking for it in that way. But for some of the other guys in the band, I guess it's different because Thomas especially. Um, uh, I think that he is has a real genuine interest in this topic and not this only, but uh, he's a kind of a guy that from time to time he wants to dig in like really deep into, okay, now it's this thing, and a bit later then he switches to something completely different, but he's like really digging into that particular thing at the time. And I guess now was it was time for this now for him.
On the song "The Code of Warriors," we can hear the flute. So where did this idea to get this instrument come from? Because it's an instrument strongly associated with the Middle Ages.
Well, basically because it we thought it would fit the song very nice, and I think it was a YouTuber, a girl who it's kind of embarrassing because I can't remember her name now, but we stumbled upon her making flute versions of metal songs and a lot of power metal songs as well. And she was doing a flute version of one of our older songs. I can't remember which one it was, but we we said to each other maybe we could reach out to her and ask if she wanted to play a part on this new album, and she said yes, and I think it turned out fantastic, and it kind of sets the mood for the whole song since it's in the beginning in particular.
And you co-wrote a song "Born to Be Kings." So is this your favorite track from the new album, or is there something else?
It's one of my favorite tracks on the album, but it's because I was part of the writing, of course. But I would say as Empire's Falls is probably my favorite track on the new album.
And Britney Slays appears on the album's closing track. Where did the idea come from to feature her on the Nine Crusades?
It was because we have um, we have been slightly in touch with Unleash the Archers as a band um, for a few years now. It's been, maybe we should do some shows together, or maybe we should do a tour together, or whatever it could be. But it kind of it never sat into something really until we played with them. We played with them on a festival not too long ago, and we were talking, and we discovered that she's actually kind of a Bloodbound fan, which was very nice to us, of course. And we're on the same label now as them, so it felt kind of natural to just um, take this opportunity to ask her if she wants to do this collaboration, and she happily said yes, and she did an amazing job, I would say.
The first single from the album was "Defenders of Jerusalem." Why did you choose this track to like showcase where you heard it this time?
I think it represents the whole album in a way, and it's uh, one of the more melodic, maybe easygoing songs on the record, but it still has a lot of energy and a lot of power, and um, yeah, it sets the tone for the whole for the whole album. I would say it's a strong, very strong song. I think it's kind of easier to it sits pretty well when you hear it a few times. It kind of you can repeat it in your head. It's kind of stuck, you know. So it's easy to remember, and yeah. But I would say it has a lot of energy to it, and also very melodic.
Where did you shoot the video for this track?
It was outside of a small Swedish town called uh, I can't remember the name now, but it's kind of in the middle of Sweden. So it's many people will say it's up in the north, and it is, but it's kind of in the middle of Sweden. And many of the other members live not too far from there. And the team that was making the video also lives pretty close to the area. And they found like a really really old church, which was perfect for this song. So that was yeah, basically why we decided to shoot it at that location.
And later we've got the video for As Empires Fall. Why did you why did you decide to make this track the second single?
Because it's very powerful. It's a bit different from the first single, but it has a bit more speed to it, a bit more. It's a bit more aggressive, um, and I think the chorus is, you know, when you get to the chorus, it's like, okay, you just gather everything and then release it in a like a really really powerful chorus. So yeah, and that's basically why I think it's the best song of the album. Also, my personal favorite.
And for the album's release date, you chose the lyric video for Fields of Swords or the title track. Was this something like to imprint the album title to the audience?
Um, I wouldn't say that that is that was the reason. It was just kind of it was fit for the song, and I would say that that song has like the real classic bloodbound feel to it. If you would listen to some of the older songs or the older albums, it feels more like, if you would say, like the old bloodbound, with a kind of a very typical bloodbound sound. And yeah, so no other reason why it became the title track, but yeah.
And once again, Peter Salari is responsible for the cover. Could you agree that with the Creatures of the Dark Realm, like he rediscovered the Bloodbound mascot from the early years?
Yes, absolutely. It was like 2.0 or something. And I mean, we're very, very thankful, very blessed to have him doing this kind of work for us, because he's an amazing artist, and he's doing, you know, he he understand very much what we're seeking. So every time we feel kind of eager, it's like, okay, what's coming, and we see the first kind of the first result, and we're always like, you know, our minds are kind of blown away, because he's a master. He's a master, and he's really given Nosferatu kind of new life, and he always puts him in focus, and but there's still a lot of other things going on. So yeah, it just I think it's perfect.
Yeah, on this new album cover, you can feel the intense of the battle.
Hmm. Very much so.
And on the limited edition box set of the new album, there is a bonus live album. Where did the material come from? What can you tell us about it?
Oh, you're kind of putting me in a situation now because I'm not sure. I think it could be a mix from different. It doesn't say on the
No,
box.
no.
It doesn't. Then maybe I should keep my mouth shut. I don't know.
I only know I have read on interview probably with Thomas that it's a one show, but only that. So I don't know anything about the live album, even the track list.
Okay, okay. Mm, I, you know, I don't really know actually, to be honest.
And will it be released like digitally, like in later months, or it will be like only exclusive to the box set?
I think I don't really know that either, actually, but I think that it's gonna stick with the box. I think so.
And just recently, you were sunbathing on the beach in Mallorca and performed an acoustic set. So how did it go?
Yeah, it was a nice time, and it was kind of special because it's not something that you do every day. And I mean, we were sitting there on a chair on the beach, and was some people like very close, very, it was a special situation. And to be honest, I mean, it was Thomas and Henrik and Patrick. It was two guitars and his vocals. So the rest of us was like, okay, yeah, we'll sit here and listen to the song, and well done, and yeah, let's listen to the album now. Yeah, it was a different experience, but it was fun. Absolutely, no question.
How did this epic power metal tracks sound without like electric guitars and drums and all of this keyboards?
It gets a new kind of vibe, of course. It's more laid back, but also I would say that if it's a good song, then it is a good song, and it doesn't really matter how you perform it. It's still going to show that it is a good song. And in my opinion, this is a good song. So it's just a different version of it. But it's kind of fun to play with and to experiment with in a way. Even though I don't think that this is something that we would have done if we weren't, kind of asked to do it. Um, but I think it turned out okay, at least. Yeah.
And next March, you're hitting the road with Brainstorm and Angus Mac 6. Are you planning to expand this tour with more dates? Because for power metal fans, it's a killer lineup.
This particular lineup, I don't think there are no plans at the moment, at least. But Bloodbound may have, you know, something up their sleeve.
Maybe like a concert in Poland. Is something planning?
Um, we would very much like to visit Poland and to play there. It's been quite a few years since Bloodbound was in Poland. The last time I think it was maybe 2017, something like that. I don't know. But the years are ticking, and we would love to come back to Poland, for sure.
So many concerts behind you. So what's your favorite Bloodbound song to play live, but before, from the times before you joined the band?
What my favorite Bloodbound song was before I joined the band.
Yeah. What song created before you joined the band is your favorite to play live?
Um, Probably Moria,
And why is that?
because it's if you would compare Moria to many of the other Bloodbound songs on the set list, it's a tempo for a drummer, at least that is kind of I wouldn't say that you can relax, but you don't have to, you know, it's you can focus on not playing, if you know what I mean. You can just go out the way you want to, and uh, try to get a feel of the song and everything that's happening around you. And it's one of the crowd favorite songs, of course. So the crowd goes maybe a little bit extra crazy when the height starts, and there's a lot of things to it. Um, but it's a special song in the set for many reasons.
And this is all I have prepared. So thank you for your time. And at the end, I would like you to say some words to Polish fans, to our readers.
Yes, of course. I mean, thank you so much for listening to our music, and for hopefully join us at future shows in Poland. We love your country very much, and we're very eager to visit you and have a killer show and a killer night together with you.
Okay, so again, thank you very much for your time and have a good evening.
Thank you, and you too.
Bye.